Hi, welcome to the second episode of the Let's Talk Player Retention series. Just to remind you, this series is about improving the player retention in the online casino. The title of today's episode is Catch Up with Your Competition, and the level of difficulty of today's episode is 2 stars. Today, you're gonna learn what your competition is doing, what is the very basic of what everybody is doing, so that you could understand it, you could implement it, and then get ahead of everybody on the market. For those who haven't seen the first episode, just to remind you, my name is Bartek, and I'm one of 2 co-founders of Create IT. At Create IT, for over 10 years, we've been working with online casinos, most of the time helping them develop the platforms, but also improve the player retention, both from the perspective of development, but also from the perspective of marketing. Now, a quick recap of what we've been talking about in the first episode. So we've covered the very basic metrics that first you have to be aware of them, but most of all, you have to track them to know what exactly is going on in your casino. So the very first metric was player retention rate. We've covered churn rate. We discussed average revenue per user, and we've explained the lifetime value metric. We've also talked about player segmentation, and what's most important for you to remember is that there's no one way to divide your users into the groups. There are plenty of them, and you have to find your own. What's very important to understand is that once you segment your players, you have to put every single metric separately on each segment, but you also have to have the very same metrics globally for the whole casino. Let's deep dive into the details. So the very first thing that you should start with is not really the question, what do I do to make my players come back to me? You should rather ask yourself the question, what it is that I'm doing that makes them never come back to my casino. And there are a couple of things you should remember about, but the very, very basic one is technology, the technical state of the casino. So is it even working? Does it throw a lot of errors? Is it too slow? Is it repelling for the users? So basically you should monitor 4 very basic and most important factors of the casino. The very first one is uptime, meaning is the casino even up? Is it available? Is it possible for the user to enter it, use it, and be there? You should monitor that thing every couple of minutes, even every couple of seconds, depending on your possibilities. The second one is console error monitoring, meaning if there's error over there, probably something is not working on the website. There's a little glitch. One button is non-clickable, the other one is acting funny. People hate it, and that makes them lose the trust in your casino. They instantly think that, hey, if the button is not working correctly, would they even pay my money out if I win? So you should monitor the number of errors on average there are. Also, you should do it every couple of minutes. Every couple of hours is fine as well. Then the other factor is response time. And that particular one means how much time does it take for your website to react to somebody's trying to enter it. So how quickly the user's browser thinks it's gonna get any data from the server. That should be as low as possible, obviously. So that one gives your user a feeling that everything is swift, rapid, and it's there. Again, that one, I recommend monitoring that every couple of minutes and then writing down the average response time and then taking proper actions if it's out of the norm. The last but not least is the loading time, So the loading time is the time needed for the website to fully appear on the screen and become fully usable for the user. Um, Again, that one makes the user feel that everything is swift, everything is quick, everything is nice. Um, the lower the loading time, the better. Again, you should monitor that at least once in an hour. Um, the more the better, of course. All right, so once you get all the basic technical matters under control, you have to ask yourself a question. Is my casino well designed? And I don't mean the graphical design here. I mean the design of the processes that you force your users to follow. So just to give you a couple of examples, how easy it is to register on your casino. I mean, I am well aware of the requirements of the licenses that you probably have to follow, but still, you can make it very easy or very hard to register. Are payouts quick and easy? Do you really make it easy for your user to get his money once he wants it? Is customer support helpful? Do you hire the people that really enjoy supporting the people? Do they respond quickly enough? Um, and the general question, do processes really work? So just click around on your casino, just try to play, try to lose some money, try to win some money, try to file a complaint, and just see what do you get. But there is more. You probably heard the term UX or user experience, but do you really understand it? Do you really utilize it? Um, Let me give you a couple of examples here. So what you could do on your website is that you could introduce the A/B tests, meaning that you divide your users into one of two groups or even more, and simply give them the different versions of the very same screen and measure how well do they perform with that screen. So how quickly they achieve the goals they want to achieve, and then simply implement the better solution. Don't forget about measuring users' behavior. So you should follow the mouse movement. You should track all the clicks, even if they don't do anything. You should track all the keyboard clicks, and then try to draw any conclusions from that. So probably your users are getting lost somewhere. Probably they're trying to achieve the thing which your casino doesn't allow them to achieve. Make it easier to them. Um, Also, don't be afraid to talk to your focus groups. Yes, talk to them face to face, invite them for a meeting, and ask them what are they looking for. Is your casino easy enough for them to understand the rules? Is it easy to register on it? You know, any questions you want, and then simply implement whatever you hear. And last but not least, constantly get, but also constantly analyze the feedback from the users that you get from the website. All right, so we covered the things that players do not see, yet somehow they make them either like or dislike the casino. Let's move forward to the things that players actually see and love. Bonuses. So, bonuses boost player retention and reward loyalty. They make people come back because you give them something first. Bonuses are huge. You might get an impression that casinos are bonusing everybody for doing anything, and well, you know, the sky is the limit. As a matter of fact, there are certain types of bonuses that typically casinos provide. So you got welcome or sign up bonuses. Typically, that's a deposit match or free spins just to encourage the player to sign up. You got reload bonuses, meaning ongoing deposit match. So if your player pays in $5, then you match it and give him another $5 for free. You got these are called no deposit bonuses, or in other words, free spins, meaning that you don't really have give any money to the player. You give them the opportunity to play for free. Uh, you also have loyalty or VIP bonuses. So typically, those are the ones which are given to the player once he reaches a certain threshold. So, did you deposit enough? Are you playing long enough with us? Or, whatever of this sort. Um, you also have seasonal themed promotions like Christmas bonuses or Independence Day bonuses or, casino birthday bonus. Um, and last but not least, game-specific ones. So if you want to promote a special game, of course, don't forget about having a certain deal with the game provider. But if you want to promote a certain game, why don't you give a bonus inside, dedicated to that very game? Mm, Bear in mind that the list of the types of bonuses, that's not really a closed list. It's more a matter of showing you what is the way of thinking here rather than giving you a ready pre-made list. All right, so now you know there are certain types of the bonuses, and you might be wondering, how do I build them? Are there any rules that I gotta follow? Are there any certain things that I have to take into consideration? Well, there's no law about it, or not quite, but there are certain tips and good habits when thinking about that. So here we go. Uh, First of all, you gotta remember about segmentation. Segmentation, baby. So you gotta give different types of bonuses to, say, a segment of VIP, well-experienced players, high rollers. Those people gonna enjoy different things than newcomers, young people, low budgets and all that. I think you get the point. The other thing, it's quite easy to forget in all that madness, especially when you look at all the competition who just throw, bonuses left and right. Um, you have to balance out the attractiveness to feasibility. In other words, don't go bankrupt because you're giving away all the bonuses to everybody. Mm, the other thing is bonuses should be clear and fair. What I'm trying to say here is that nobody will spend too much time on trying to understand the rules that you're giving them. Make the bonus easily understandable in just 2-3 words. No player gonna spend hours on reading the books and terms and conditions. Um, the other thing, it's a pretty good idea to have tiered rewards. So once a player gonna reach certain level or threshold or milestone, however you want to call it, um, keep him motivated by showing him another level that it's just there to be achieved. Just couple of more games. That really works. Mm, Personalizing is also a good idea. Uh, so whenever a player feels that this particular bonus is tailor-made for him, you call him by name, you know his history of playing, you know if he's winning or losing, um, that's just gonna appeal to him way better. And again, last but not least, gamification. It's all about entertainment, and people come to the casino to entertain themselves. Give them another layer of playing, so if you're gonna do this and that, then you're gonna get another bonus. Once you're gonna get 5 bonuses like that, something else gonna be possible. Make it challenging and make it attractive and irresistible. Is there anything else that you could do to make the bonuses even more appealing? Hell yes. There are a lot of tricks that you could do here. So, for instance, you could rotate the bonuses. So, that would be kind of boring if your casino offers the very same set of bonuses for 5 years straight with no differences. So why don't you come up with certain sets of bonuses and simply rotate them? So you have a one set in January, the other one in March, then make it a little bit more confusing or a little bit more interesting by just rotating them in an irregular way. Also, that seems pretty obvious, but a lot of people forget about it. Just listen to the feedback of people. If if certain bonus is misleading and you get a lot of complaints to your customer support, change the bonus. Get rid of it. You don't need that. Mm, Also, pretty good idea is to tie bonuses to the referral program. That's gonna bring you new players to the casino, and you're gonna use the bonuses to, give something extra both to the person who was referring a new player, but also to the new player to your casino. Mm, Integrating the bonuses very deeply with the casino features is also a great idea. Remember a couple of minutes ago I said about gamification? That's the thing. Marketing campaigns. It's not only the way to acquire new players to a casino, that's also a massive tool to keep the players coming back to your casino for more. So of course there are certain types of marketing campaigns, and it's not that you just should implement one of them. It's more about combining all of them in such a way that they attract different players who are on different stages of playing. So you could have welcome and onboarding series just to attract new players to a casino. You could have retargeting ones, so targeting the abandoned sessions and reactivating the players. You could have engagement types, meaning um, loyalty or anniversaries, so that your players feel special that you're inviting them back to the casino. You could have game-specific types marketing campaigns, so recommending certain game or set of games or types of games. You could organize events and tournaments around certain game. You could also have behavioral based, meaning if a player won or lost money above certain threshold, or spent enough time in your casino, then certain actions should be done. Channels in marketing campaigns. What is that? Well, long story short, a channel is a tool that you use to get to your audience. So typically, the channels you're going to use are social media, Facebook, Twitter, or X, and whatnot. Email campaigns, um, and remember, it's not just about sending one-time email, to all your base. Think more about dripping campaigns and the ones that are depending on the behavior of the player. Mm, your affiliate network is also a channel. So if you communicate certain bonuses, certain messages, certain things that are interesting for your audience, that's also a channel. Content marketing, blogs, all that. You could use that um, to propagate your message. Also, offline and online events are not a bad idea. It's not only about trade shows, it's more about organizing things that people would like to attend, where you could have your message being visible. The truth is that nowadays it's all about being creative. So again, it's never about using just one channel. It's also always a combination of them. But what's really cool is that you could combine them in such a way that certain channel works in a certain moment. So for instance, once certain things are being done in social media, you could then follow up with email. Then certain people would be invited to certain offline or online event, and then it would all be summarized by emails again. So be creative. All right, you might wonder where you should allocate your money, or in other words, is it better to put all or most of your money into bonusing, into marketing campaigns, into improving UX or development? Because at the end of the day, you just have a budget and you have to think about the resources allocation, right? There's no simple answer which of those will give you a best result. As you can probably sense, it's a mix of them which is the best for you, but let me give you a couple of insights about that. So let's say you allocate 100% of all your budget into bonusing program, meaning as long as you spend money, you get the traffic. It will initially grow, of course, but then it will stay on certain level and it will stay there for as long as you keep on spending money. The moment you cut funding, your traffic will drop significantly, most likely to somewhere around zero, and it will come back the moment you start spending again. To show you a difference, if you're gonna invest in, as we call it, the long-term solutions, meaning well-thought marketing campaigns, well-thought user experience, making a website super friendly to your users, it will take much more time for the traffic to pick up. But even if you stop spending money, even if at some point you cut all the funding, the traffic will stay on certain level. It will probably go down over longer time, but it will not drop instantly. So obviously the best solution is to try and mix it. So just to tackle that very crucial initial time where the traffic is very low, it's a great idea to start with pretty aggressive bonusing programs so you get traffic instantly to the website, but allocate some of the budget, 20-30%, even more, depending on the platform you use, into those long-term actions like marketing campaign, UX development, and all that, so that even though your traffic is boosted with bonuses, you get the natural traffic, the organic traffic to your website and make it grow. So then once you're going to cut the spending for bonuses, you will still get some traffic and it should be rising. Then if at some point you're going to get the funding for another round of bonusing, you should get even more traffic because of that. And then eventually the natural traffic or organic traffic will start to pick up and become even more visible on any kind of analytics. So today we covered the things that every single casino in the world is doing to attract the users, to make them come back to their casinos. So we covered bonuses, we covered marketing campaigns, we covered technical layer of the casino, so just casino just works, and we covered the user experience of the casino. You should not ignore those things. If you don't do it, you can never do more advanced things. So spend your time on mastering every single detail of those areas, and only then you could move forward. Thank you for today. My name is Bartek. Have a good day.